This is Optimal Living Daily, episode 1623, 3 Mistakes, The Path to Success, by James Altucher of jamesaltucher.com, and I'm Justin Malik. This is the podcast where I act as a personal narrator for you for free, usually from blogs, but sometimes from books. Either case, always with permission from the authors, every day including weekends and holidays. And I'll keep this intro nice and short, so let's get right to it as we optimize your life. 3 Mistakes, The Path to Success, by James Altucher of jamesaltucher.com. There were 3 mistakes. The first was when I hit a guy in a car accident. It was my fault. I was 18 and had just finished a chess lesson with the U.S. champion. I had beaten him in a game and I was daydreaming about it. I ran a red light. A 70-year-old man broke his leg and 3 fences were destroyed. I went through a window, but somehow didn't have a scratch. The second mistake was when I was 9. Hey, who said I had to go in chronological order? And I love football cards. I was in the KB Toy and Hobby Shop in Brunswick Square Mall in New Jersey. I kept hiding packs of cards in a hole in my jacket and hoped nobody would notice. Finally, an employee came up to me and said, "Can you come into the back with us, sir?" Later, when my grandfather came to pick me up and there were police with me, he turned to me and said with the saddest look of disappointment on his face, "What did you do?" None of us can cast a first stone. We're all trying to climb up on the backs of our pasts and attempt to achieve some modicum of success. The third mistake was losing all my money. I lost my house, my friends at the time because they were only friends when they thought I had money, my business colleagues because nobody wants to do business with a loser, and even my family. Long story. I went from a feeling of immortality to feeling not just mortal, but dead. I was certainly suicidal. But most of all, I needed to survive. I would add up the dwindling numbers in my bank account every day just to make sure I could survive the next month, maybe 2 months before I, disappeared. Because if I had no money, then certainly I would not exist anymore. I would disappear. Not only would my friends disappear, but so would my table, my chairs, my clothes, my sense of James Altucher. I can't wait until I'm 90. When you're 90, all the stress is over. No need to rush anymore. You made it. You're here. Congratulations. No need to worry about next month. There might not be a next month. Heck, today the weather was good. I'm happy. That's how I think I'll feel when I'm 90. At least I hope so. What if I'm 90 and I wake up every morning thinking, I can't believe so-and-so said that yesterday. I'm going to get him. That would be pretty awful. Please God, when I'm 90, make me a Buddha or something like that. I should be able to do that now, but desire for success comes before Buddhahood. Actually, that's not true. But I do know with success comes freedom, and with freedom, there are activities I can pursue that will more easily help me reach a state of no worry, no stress, perfect bliss. Money doesn't solve all of your problems, but it certainly solves your money problems. There's all sorts of success. A, freedom. You have enough money to not work a job and to more or less do whatever you want in life. B, luxury. You have enough money to enjoy any luxury you wish. C, satisfaction. You do the work you love, so in a sense, you've bought yourself freedom, the freedom to do what you love. D, charity. You feel good doing work that others will benefit. When Henry Ford invented the car, he was engaged in great charity even though there was a profit motive. E, entertainment. What you do makes others immediately happy for intangible reasons. Watching Seinfeld made a lot of people happy, so Jerry Seinfeld deserves his every success. F, being loved. Warren Buffett once told me, and thousands of others at Berkstock 2003, that the best way to measure success is to count the number of people who love you. And the best way to be loved is to be lovable. G, health. If you're feeling good each day, then certainly your life is not going poorly. At different points in my life, I've achieved all of these measures of success, and I've also lost all of these measures of success. I'm somewhere between the poles on each one. Each day right now, when I finish adding up my numbers, walking by the river, having my coffee, I try to make incremental progress in all of these areas. How do you make incremental progress? Practice the brainstorming muscle. Take out your little pad and pen and brainstorm. You need to brainstorm every day to keep the most important muscle in your body from atrophying, the idea muscle. How can you get a tiny bit more freedom in your life today? How can you save one person's life today? Which person? How can you make one more person laugh today? That's entertainment. I repeat every morning, today I'm going to save lives. I'm the superhero I always wanted to be. I'm the Green Lantern and the White Shadow from the 1970s TV series about a basketball coach in an inner city neighborhood, all rolled together. And I have a secret identity. Nobody knows I'm a superhero, but I am one. What can you do to be a little healthier? What new people can you come into contact with who can help you make money? But money doesn't come for free. You have to give them something. And if your idea muscle is in tip-top shape, then focus right now on coming up with 10 ideas that could help each new person you want to meet. Get as specific as possible. Then get more specific. Write it down. Send them your ideas. Build community around your ideas. Success comes in these tiny increments day by day. And if you persist each day, then success in each area is unavoidable. In chess, the grandmaster wins by accumulating tiny, tiny advantages all over the chessboard until the cloak of deception is removed and the opponent realizes his position is utterly hopeless. The loser in chess attacks mindlessly until his attacks run out and he loses. My advice for myself, and on the rare occasion I give it to others, is to just do one thing to improve your life in all the areas of potential success. After a mere 1,000 days, you should have enormous success in each area. What gets in the way of success? A, deception, since success achieved without integrity could backfire. B, greed, since too much luxury can ultimately come into conflict with the goal of freedom. C, satisfaction only for yourself. I like playing video games, but society doesn't benefit from it, so some satisfactions need to be kept to a minimum. D, being loved by too many, never being able to juggle the needs of all who love you. Most heroes also become villains. E, stress. Every day you start off with a finite number of thoughts you can make that day. Adding up numbers, calculating the emotional reactions of others, being anxious about expected values of far-flung future outcomes. All of these take up a lot of thoughts, maybe up to 10 to 20% of the thoughts you've been allocated that day. Try not to waste them. And F, not enough persistence. Each day, one thing. Each day, one thing. Repeat it like a mantra. But when I'm 90, all of this goes away. Did I wake up today? Will I make it to the end of the day? What is success then? Only the ability to be grateful that another sunrise has come and gone. I'm still alive. You just listened to the post titled 3 Mistakes, The Path to Success by James Altucher of jamesaltucher.com. And now with Father's Day coming up, some of us may struggle to find a meaningful gift to share with our dads. The question always comes back to, what is a Father's Day gift that your dad will actually use? At the Grommet, you can finally find a gift that your dad won't see coming. The Grommet sources all products from small businesses who also helped launch quality products you now know before they were big, such as Fitbit, OtterBox, and Swell. These small businesses and makers followed their passions to make products that are unique compared to what you can find at a big box store. Every product they carry holds a meaningful story, and I'm sure your dad would enjoy hearing about his. There are over 3,000 exciting products at the Grommet, and for dads, gifting an adjustable standing desk, life story personal journal, or leather front pocket may be relevant to their lifestyle today. We're partnering with the Grommet to bring you this great offer for first-time customers. Visit thegrommet.com/old to save 15% on your entire first purchase. Spelled the GROMMET.com/OLD. And thank you to James. Every time I read another one of his articles, I discover another interesting thing about his life and what he's gone through. And I do love the idea of constantly brainstorming. That's something I try to do, even if it's just a simple notepad app or paper and pen. I like to write down ideas as soon as I get them because you never know which one is going to have a lasting effect in your life. For example, this podcast idea originally came about 5 years ago when my business partner and I were building apps. We slowly started improving the quality of apps we were building, and eventually I got to the point of building storybook apps with actual writers developing story ideas. Not the best apps in the world, but some people did enjoy them, and somehow the idea of narrating those stories popped into my head. I figured that would be a nice addition to the app. Around the same time, I started listening to podcasts, and the ideas sort of fused together. Like, why not have a podcast where stories are narrated to you for free? Why doesn't this exist? And then instead of stories, blogs seemed like a better format, so I wrote this down, and kept doing what I was doing in the meantime. But as I revisited that list of ideas, that one kept popping out at me. And here we are 5 years later. I'm still releasing an episode every single day. So yeah, you never know when a very simple idea will turn into something bigger. So write it down or type it out, either way. That's enough for today. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow where your optimal life awaits.